On April 21st, 2013, this is social lesson number 9. Greeting bridge friends, Michael here at Bridge Hands, and welcome you to lesson number 9, where we're going to take a look when opener has a major suit, 1 heart or 1 spade, and we as responder have less than 10 high card points, but a long minor suit. What's the player to do? Well, first off, we'll take a look at the prerequisite, and you'll recall, like in our last lesson, number 8, we had the scenarios where we're not in a part score in a contract rubber bridge format. So, if we happen to be in that part score, let's say we have a 60 leg, we only need 40 points, our partner opens 1 heart, we have a doubleton heart, we'd probably be happy enough to go ahead and bid 2 hearts. Make our 2 hearts, make our game, make our rubber, life is good. Well, not so today. We're going to take a look at when we do not have a part score. So in these situations, we want to make our best bidding. Now, when our partner has a 5 card or longer major suit, it's not going to be uncommon that we have a 5 or longer minor suit. We may have a fit with partner. If so, great. 1 heart, 2 hearts, sign off with 6 to 9 points. 1 heart, 3 hearts, invitational with 10 to 12. Normally 3 cover cards, you'll recall. And with a weak hand, but 5 in the major, we oftentimes will just go right to game, not showing interest in slam, just saying sign off. So when we have 10 high card points or more, after partners open 1 of a major, we can go ahead and bid 2 of another suit, ostensibly our long suit. And for sure, if they open 1 spade, we bid 2 hearts, it is a long suit. But today, that's not going to be the case. We're going to take a look at where responder has this long minor suit. So the prerequisite, we need 25 points or more for game. And if we don't have a fit with the major, then we're heading for what type of a contract? Correct. No trump contract. So we're looking for a part score. If we're going to try playing in a 2 no trump contract, that requires about 23 points or so. 1 no trump contract, well, it only makes sense we have more than half the points, wouldn't you think? So around 21 points. Now, if you have a long suit that might be able to set up, fine, you might be able to do with 19 or 20, but it sounds like the points are about even between both of the opponents. 1 may get 7, 1 may get 6, right? Somebody's going to make 1 no trump. Okay. Also, the reality is when we get in these situations where we get bidding to the 2 level with, say, clubs or diamonds after partner's major suit opener, oftentimes we are tempted to make that bid with less than 10 points, including distribution, which we'll speak about in just a minute. That can be a bad theory because we're promising a rebid when we go to the 2 level. So unless our partner rebids 2 no trump, let's say it goes 1 heart, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, we had promised a rebid. We're not supposed to be passing. And if we rebid 3 clubs, well, we'll get into that in a little bit. Okay, so we're not going to let ourselves be influenced by partial scores here. We're going to pretend as though this is a fresh auction and a new game or a new rubber. Okay, so when our partner opens 1 heart or 1 spades, it promises 5 or more. We, as responder, if we have less than 3, we're not inclined to bid their suit. We're promising 3 or more, an 8 card golden fit when we bid partner's major suit. So if we're going to bid at the 2 level, then we should have 10 points or more, including distribution. And how does distribution work? Well, we take a look when we have more than 4. When we have 5, let's say, we give 1 extra point. 6, we get 2 extra points. That's because we're assuming we can set up the suit provided we have entries to our hand. So if you have something like Jack 5 times, I don't think you're going to get to that suit very quickly to promote the 4th or 5th card in the suit. Whereas if it was Ace King 5 times, well, it's much easier to set up that suit, isn't it? Ace King Queen 5 times, good. Ace King Queen 6 times, well, you see where we're going here, don't you? Better to have entries in that suit, especially if partner only has 1 or 2 cards in that suit, correct? So an outside entry would be good also. If you have an outside ace or king, the primary honors, that is a good thing. Okay, well, when partner goes 1 heart and we have a long minor in less than 10 points, what do we do? Well, we have to think about, is our suit worth rebidding? So if it goes 1 heart, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, remember we promised a rebid when we came in at the 2 level. If we go 3 clubs, what does that suggest? Are we heading for 3 no trump? Sort of sounds like it. We've got 10 points or more we promised, including our distribution points, correct? So think about that and be sure that you and your partner have a good feel for what you're doing, whether when your dummy comes down, it's got something like maybe queen 5 times and only 1 outside entry, maybe an outside ace, an outside couple jacks. Only 1 outside entry there, only 1 primary honor, so it's not likely we're going to help our partner much unless they have a higher point hand. Now, true, when they bid 1 heart, they could be 12 to 21 points. And when we bid 2 clubs, we're promising 10 or more. So they could, when they bid 2 diamonds, they could have a big hand, but they shouldn't count on it. At this point, we're only counting on them for maybe a minimum hand, 12 to 14. It doesn't sound like they have 15 to 17. They could have opened 1 no trump, but it could be a red hand, right? 5 hearts and maybe 4 diamonds or more. Something where they didn't want to rebid 1 no trump or have enough to go to 2 no trump, which would require a much bigger hand. So remember, we're thinking about re-entries. We're going to talk about that. Today it's going to be a lot about re-entries, especially during the play of the hand. And we do have better part of a dozen, so we're going to get going on this and get to those pretty quickly. So entries, entries, entries. Things that we want to take a look at is, what is the quality of the suit? Do we have working honors? Ace, queen, jack 5 or 6 times. Ace, queen, 10 is okay. Ace, jack 10, if we have 2 in partner suit, we can get a repeated finesse. 75, actually 76% chance to make it. How about intermediates? Do we have 9s and 8s that connected with a 10? Those are certainly worth something also, aren't they? Provided we have the entries. And the outside, aces and kings are certainly a lot better than jacks and queens to get to our suit, to promote that suit. It's all about entries. Well, okay, in our first hand, it's going to be a 5, 3, 3, 2 will be my hand. I have 5 hearts, ace, king, 5 times, queen, jack, 3rd in spades, king, 10, 9, like those intermediates in my diamond suit, and queen, 9 spot in clubs. I'll open 1 heart. And over to you. You have a 6, 3, 3, 1, and wouldn't you know it, you have a singleton in my heart suit. But you have a 6-card suit in clubs. Ace, jack 6 times, 4 babies, unfortunately. Queen 3 times in diamonds, and 3 small spades. Well, after 1 heart, do you feel like bidding 1 no trump? Doesn't really feel very balanced, does it? It kind of hurts to bid a no trump. You certainly don't want to bid 2 hearts since you only have a singleton. You'd be promising 3, and if I heard you bid 2 hearts, I might go to 3 or 4, and you don't want to see that happen. Okay, if you go to 2 clubs, well, you're promising 10 points or more. Now, how many points do we have? High card points. 4 for the ace of spades, 1 for the jack of clubs, 2 for the queen of diamonds, 7. Maybe a couple distribution points for that club suit, but I'm not so sure. Queen may not be that great an entry, and with only ace jack, it's kind of marginal. So you can't bid 1 spade, so 1 no trump seems to be where you are headed. Now, if you bid 2 clubs, well, that promises a rebid. And I'm saying, well, if you've got 10 points or more, and I've got 15 points, then, geez, I guess we'll go to 3 no trump. You see the problem here, don't you? Okay, let's take a look at another one. How about where it is my same hand? This time, it's going to get a little worse for you. You have a 7, 4, 2, 1. My goodness. Effectively the same values. This time you have an extra club. Okay. But still only queen 4th in diamonds, so you didn't really pick up a lot. You have all your juice in the minors. Now, if it goes 1 heart, do you feel like going 1 no trump? It doesn't feel very good with a badly imbalanced hand, does it? So, if you do go 1 no trump, your left-hand opponent, they might want to bid spades right? It's not likely I have 4, so they're going to have 9 or so between them and the spade suit. They might miss a game. So although we may go down several if everybody passes out, or I might have a bigger hand, could have 18 or 19 points. I might be just fine on my own. You see the issue here, don't you? Some of these are not comfortable to bid. So just because you've got a long suit, now if you're preparing to go 2 clubs and I go 2 no trump and you go 3 clubs, your partner may just be happy to go 3 no trump, especially with that 15 to 17 point hand. Okay, well, let's take a look at another scenario. I have the same hand. This time, I'm worried about you bidding the spade suit, because then if I rebid 1 no trump, it's only 12 to 14. So, I'm going to open this time. I'm going to say, well, I'm going to open 1 no trump. How about that? A little different. We didn't expect that. But my honors are fairly distributed. And if you look at my intermediate cards, it's good. And I am thinking ahead. I'm promising a rebid. Whereas if I 1 heart, 1 spade, 1 no trump, then I've got a problem because it sounds like 12 to 14. And if you had 10, we would miss our game. If it's 1 heart, 1 spade, 2 no trump, that should be 18 points. So that would be a gross overbid. So I'm going to open 1 no trump. And look at you. You have the same as our first hand. That was the ace, jack, 6 times in clubs. So you hear 1 no trump from me, 15 to 17 points. What do you think? You're going to bid 2 clubs? Well, it should be a stamen if you and your partner are playing the stamen convention. That isn't it. 3 clubs. Some people play that as saying I have a long suit. I have interest in 3 no trump, or you passing. Not a bad method, is it? Or you could just bid 2 no trump and not disclose the fact that you've got some shortness in the major, right? You don't have 3 of the hearts and you don't have 4 spades, so therefore you must be pretty long in the minors. So there's 2 ways to do that depending upon your partnership agreement. So after 1 no trump, you bid, let's say, 2 no trump to invite. Yeah, I might want to go 3 no trump with that. If it's 3 clubs, well, I have a queen and the 9 spot. I might give some extra values for that 9. That might be worth something. You'll see more of that when we get to the table today. Okay, so how about the next one? Okay, in our last virtual hand before heading to the table, we're going to have a little different situation. This time we're going to be generous. We're going to give you, the responder, more than 9 higher card points. You'll have 5 in a minor and 4 in a major. So do you want to bid your 4-card major first or your 5-card minor? Let's take a look. Okay, I am holding a 5, 4, 2, 2 in hearts. Ace, king, 5 times again. This time in spades, I have ace, jack, 4 times. In diamonds, king, jack, doubleton, a little bit of a questionable honors there, and 10 doubleton in clubs. So in hearts, 7 high, 1 distribution for my good suits, 8. In spades, another 5, ace, jack, 4 times. Left to 13. I'm not going to give myself anything for that jack of diamonds, but I will for the king. So certainly it's a good hand, 15, 16-ish points. It doesn't feel like a no trump hand, does it? Everything's lopsided in the majors, and majors are usually where it's at to play a game. So I will open 1 heart in this situation. If you bid spades, that's fine. I'm going to take off. I'll probably go to 2, 3 spades hearing you bid a spade. But you as responder have a 5-card club suit. So should you bid spades, you have 4 of them, king 4 times, but you have more than 10 high card points this time, don't you? Let's take a look at just the high card points. In clubs, 3 for the queen, jack. In diamonds, another 6 for the ace, queen. Okay, up to 9. We do give something for a jack doubleton because it's in my suit, your partner's suit. Okay, and with the game clubs, you're up to 13 points, so you can feel a game. Now, you may be inclined to go for the spade game, but you might be missing a slam in the minor. So I would suggest that bidding 2 clubs first, and this does not deny a 4-card spade suit. You could have 6 or 7 in the club suit. So getting back to me, after you bid 2 clubs, I could bid 2 no trump, but shouldn't I really be bidding spades? You're promising a rebid with your 2 club, and I think 2 spades really describes the shape of my hand. I have 5 hearts, I have 4 spades. This way we don't end up in a no trump contract and them starting to play diamonds, and if we don't promote our cards first, all of a sudden they set up a diamond suit because they have 9 cards if we only have 4. You get the point. So the situation would be 1 heart, 2 clubs. Does not deny 4 spades. Okay, and then at that point, we don't want to play 3 no trump probably, do we? We like to play in 4 spades. Okay, well, let's go ahead and head to the table. We have about a dozen hands to play. Lots of things on entries, so be thinking about those factors we spoke about. The quality of our suit, clubs or diamonds, if that's what happens to be in. What is the situation for the opportunities to finesse, to set the suit up? If it's ace-king, great. That's directly promotable. If it happens to be ace-queen, better. If it's king-9 5 times or 6 times, not quite so good, is it? Intermediates, some of those 10s and 9s and 8s might be helpful. In the outside entries, aces and kings are what we're looking for, right? Okay, see you at the table. Well, okay, in our first hand, South will be the dealer. We've seen this hand before. That's the 5-3-3-2. Ace, king, 5 times in hearts. Queen, 9 spot in clubs. King, 10-9, nice in diamonds. And Queen, Jack, 3 times in spades, touching honors. We like it. We definitely have enough for opening hand. We'll open 1 heart. Over to the west hand, it's a 4-3-3. 2 kings in the black suits, king 10-9 in spades, king 8-7 in clubs, jack 3 times, not so hot in diamonds, and a queen, jack 9 4 times in righty south heart suit. That we like. But spread honors, nice defensive hand. We're not going to make a call, a pass. To the north hand, there's that 6-3-3-1. Look at the clubs, ace, jack, and 4 small. Singleton, 10 of hearts, wouldn't you know, in partner south's heart suit. Queen 3 times in diamonds. We would prefer a primary entry, wouldn't we? And 3 small spades. So if we bid 2 clubs, we're promising 10 points or more, and we do not have that even with distribution, as though we should count distribution, right? No, we don't really have enough to get this suit set up. If it was ace queen 6 times, maybe. Ace jack 6 times, I don't think so. So it's got to be a 1 no trump bid. It only hurts for a minute, as they say, so 1 no trump is the call. Over to the east hand. 4-4-3-2, ace 8-7-6 in both of the pointed suits, spades and diamonds. 10 doubleton in clubs and 8-7-6 in hearts. No call there, a pass. In south, do we want to make another bid? Well, we have a balanced hand. We might have considered opening 1 no trump. We'll come to that a little bit later. No, not 2 no trump. We don't want to invite. Remember, our partner has 6 to 9. Don't figure they're going to have 9 all the time. So unless you've got 17 or 18, don't bid 2 no trump. Okay, so pass, and certainly pass out over by the west hand. So it's your lead over in east. What do you want to lead? Do you want to lead a spade, the unbid suit, 4th best, or top of nothing heart, figuring that they don't have a heart fit? Maybe you can hit your partner. So yes, this east goes ahead and plays a heart, not the 4th best, top of nothing. They don't have any honors there. Don't confuse your partner. So 8 of hearts it is for them. To the ace, over in the west hand, you'd like to show an encouraging signal, but you hate to give up the 9, don't you? And you don't see the 10 coming from the north hand, which is actually the declare in this situation. So you just have to play a 2 and hope that later on partner will figure out what's going on. And by the way, over in the east hand, before you made your opening lead, they stopped at 1 no trump. They should have about 20 to 22 points, wouldn't you think? 23, I would hope they would invite game. So if you have 8, that gets you up to about 30. Your partner should have the better part of about 10 points somewhere, right? Okay, good thinking. All right, so declare north wins the ace in the south. They have 6 in the suit. The opponents have 7, 4, 3, or 5, 2. Not good things there. And certainly we want to break the pointed suits with we're 3-3, so clubs is where it's at. So we'll go ahead and play the Queen of Clubs and see what happens. The Queen of Clubs comes out and West covers it. Well, should they cover it the first time is a question. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Now, over in West, you know that South is somewhat balanced. They didn't rebid 2 hearts, or they didn't rebid 2 diamonds, showing that they had a red hand. Looks like they have a 5-3, 3-2. So I think it's okay in this situation, but there are times when it's not the right action. All right, the ace wins it, and a 6 comes from the east end. You could play high-low, but I don't know if that's advisable with the 10 there. Okay, so what do you want to do? You've got a winning hand here. You can see you can win, and so far so good. If you play your cards in the right order, declare north, you've got your game made. But the night is young. Let's see what happens next. They play the Queen of Clubs, drops the 10, good. They play another club, and oh, it looks like now East-West is in a situation when something happened. We'll come back to that again, won't we? Okay, so now if you play heads up East-West, you can get a winning action. Well, you saw your partner play the 8 of diamonds. That's good. And you know that they've got the better part of 10 points themselves since they stopped in 1 no trump. Get your hearts first of all. Okay. Go ahead and play your Queen of Hearts. Yes. And by the way, you could have played the Jack or the 9, couldn't you? The Queen might suggest playing a high-ranking card. You want a high-ranking suit to get back to the hand. Come back to me in a spade. I've got the King of Spades. If not, at any rate, okay, little discouragement by East. Geez, why didn't they come back in the diamond? Oh, I guess they're setting up. And sure, I see where they pitched a spade in the north hand, the declare hand. I got it. Okay, so you're back in again. You'd like to go back with a club, but you have none. Entry, 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 right? So it's the diamond suit. Well, how could we do that? If East has got the ace, when we go up to the Queen, they'll just take it away and we'll never get in. Why don't we start with the King first of all? See what that does. We play the King, and do they win with the ace? No. East is good on you. You went up with a 6, not with the ace. You're going to keep a cover card of the ace over the Queen. I like it. Okay. So you've won the trick over in South, and I guess another diamond. Play a 10. They cover it, which, by the way, is the correct action. We win the Queen in the north, and the ace wins it. It's a winner play. You're going to set them. Okay. So far, East-West, you've got 2 tricks now. Play heads up. You play the heart to your partner. Excellent. You saw north was out. They win the next heart. Okay. Everything's going good so far, swimmingly. Okay. Can you come up with the right play? Will you play a spade to the ace? Okay. And now a spade comes back to the King. Okay. What happens next? You've got 6 tricks, but either a spade or a diamond, north-south. You came back and you made your bacon after all, didn't you? Well, how about that? So the worm turned several times. First of all, the auction might have opened 1 no trump. We'll get to that later. A pass. No trump, fine. You don't want to end up in 3 no trump or something like that. You see, you have a hard enough time making 1 no trump. 3 clubs, yeah, you might be able to stop there with some partners. Passed out, the opening lead, a heart, probably a lot would lead the spade. Okay, so the lead was a heart, and we saw from there the auction went on where we tried to promote the clubs that didn't, and it all boiled down to where was that ace of diamonds. If we can get to the ace of diamonds, we have 3, right? If the ace of diamonds over in East, we're going to come home free. But entries is what this hand was all about. Let's try it a little bit different this time. See if we can do a little bit better line of play.